Hello and welcome back. Before we start, if you have questions about the strategy, etc., leave a comment below and I'll answer as soon as I can. For all other questions, visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/oddbeaker. There's no new announcements really this week other, I do want to remind you that the Signal service is still up and running and we are looking for new subscribers. We do have a new YouTube channel called Oddbeaker Crypto. If you're into cryptocurrencies, mining, trading, or just general education, it's probably a good place to go. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of content yet, but over time it will have lots of content. So, let's look at this week. This week was pretty uneventful, but I think there's some noteworthy stuff here. Right, so Friday when we left off, the price had touched break even. Remember that? And then dropped back down almost to the level of, let me get out of the way here, whoops. Almost to the level down here. Actually, there's even a lower price down here. Oof. Right, but it dropped back down, almost down to the lows of before. Okay, and I remember I was saying how generally when that happens, that's about a 50% chance that the price will come back up and cross the break-even line and get us out, but there's a 50% chance of the price continuing downward and triggering our stop losses. So let's see what actually happened on Monday. Okay, yeah, price continued back down and went below those peaks. Let me get myself out of the way real quick here. Okay, so the price went down to here and went below both of these peaks or these dips, like it shot clear past and went way down here. Okay, but there's some retracement, so it looks like it hit a bottom and then it retraced, right? So, but again, nothing happened. Like no basket closed. Our break-even line is way up here. We're still way the heck down here. We still got a long ways to go. Okay, so that is Monday. Let's look at Tuesday. So Tuesday, I'm going to shrink this down just a bit. Tuesday, we went back up almost to break even. So we came pretty close, but not quite. Okay? And then as you can see, it dropped back down. Now, when that happens twice in a row, okay? So once it goes and hits the break even or gets close and then dips down and then comes back up and gets close again, that is almost a guarantee that we are doomed. Okay. That's okay. So up here we had a 50% chance. Now let's call this 20%, maybe 25% chance. Okay, so we got this peak here, we got this peak here, right? That was Friday. This is Monday. This is Tuesday. Let's look at Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday there was another peak, but it's lower. Okay, so notice a high peak here, a lower peak here, and a lower peak here. That is a definite sign of a downtrend. We want an uptrend to get us out of this mess. So remember the part where I said when it happens twice in a row, it kind of means we're doomed. So yeah, I think we should expect to hit some stop losses unless something just random happens that causes the price to spike upward and take out this round and close out this round, right? But we can't count on those things happening. We can only hope that they happen. So Wednesday, nothing, right? But we do have evidence that the trend is continuing downward. Okay, a high here, a lower high here, a lower high here. Like that's, that pretty much says it all. So let's look at Thursday. Thursday, the price absolutely tanked, right? Even lower than it did on Monday. Okay? And I don't know where our stop losses are, but I think they're pretty darn close to that bottom right there. So we're not looking particularly good. All right? That's Thursday. And I don't really have anything more to say about Thursday except that, like, it just dropped. Which we kind of expected because 3 consecutive, lower highs, that's usually a clear sign that the price is more likely to go down than it is to go up. All right, let's look at Friday. Now Friday, even worse. Friday we got another peak, so now we got 4 consecutively lower peaks. Okay, and the price continued to tank. So, and we still haven't hit our stop loss though. So I don't know, like maybe this is not as far as I thought. Let me see, what's this price here? If I go there, that is, well, that's about 100 pips. So, oh yeah, I guess we do have a bit of a ways left to go before we hit the first stop. So who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky, right? But that was Friday. That's how the week ended. Way worse than it started. And that, like, I really got nothing. There were no trades open, no trades executed or closed. All the trades that were open are open now were open from Friday before. So, like, no new activity happened. But we did see the price trend downward and trending towards our inevitable doom. But hopefully that's not going to be true. Hopefully it'll retrace and we'll hit our break even and so on and so forth before anything worse happens. But I'm not counting on that because the signs are pointing otherwise, right? Boom, 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 and boom. And that's it. We don't have room for a lot more booms. There's really nothing more that on the Myfxbook doesn't really show anything new from last week because the Myfxbook only shows activity of trades that are closed, right? So no new trades closed. So the Myfxbook, which I can switch to it right now real quick. But yeah, you're not going to see anything different than you did last week. If I get myself out of the way, you can kind of see, okay. So that's the beginning when we started. This is when we started with the new algorithm, right? And then that's how that graph looked on Friday. A week ago Friday, sorry. And it still looks the same this Friday. So, yeah. So, very uneventful week. But some nice educational stuff. Oops, let me get rid of the Myfxbook. When you look at peaks like this is something you may not know, right? But when you measure the trend, right, you look at consecutive highs and consecutive lows. If the highs are getting lower, if the highs are getting lower, then that's a downtrend. If the lows are getting higher, so like for example here, there's a low and a higher low, that kind of indicates an uptrend, right? Even like here, you can see, like if we went from here to here to here, those are 3 consecutively higher lows. And that could indicate an uptrend. And it was kind of trending upward until it, if I drew a line from there through here, it would have probably crossed right around here. And as soon as the price crossed that line, that would have been your signal that, okay, maybe it's time that the uptrend is over. Right? This is, technical trading 101 sort of thing. I'm sure you already know all this stuff, but just in case you don't, right? Like I've seen some people measure downtrends with using the lows and uptrends using the highs, and it's like, no, dude, that's going to get you killed in the market if you keep measuring things that way. You can measure triangles, like if there's a downward trend sort of on the peaks and an upward trend on the dips, then you can say, okay, there's a triangle forming and so on and so forth. And then when it reaches the point, right, Oh, I should go that way because I'm pointing that way. Yeah. When it reaches the point, then you got to make a decision whether it's going to break upward or break downward, that sort of thing. But I never do that sort of thing. I always just look at the overall trend, and then the algorithm itself doesn't care what the trend is one way or the other. It literally just looks back 1 hour to decide what to do next, right? So I guess let's wrap this up. First of all, thanks for your support. Big thanks to those of you following my signal on Oddbeaker Signal Service. The service is still doing well. Like I said, it took a hit in June, and a bunch of, a few people got scared off. But the people who stuck around are actually they're still in profit, right? I think we've recovered all of the losses from June, and we're back on track. We're not at the high water mark yet, but we're not at a loss either, right? Anybody who started before June is probably most likely still in profit right now. So yeah, we got the signal service. And we're still looking for people to sign up. It really does help us with the business. It helps us with our operating expenses. So, if you're looking for a way to earn a few extra bucks, go there, sign up, set up your MetaTrader account, and start copying my trades. And, as long as I perform for you, right, you'll be able to withdraw each month more money than you're spending on subscription fees and still have your original deposit. So let's say you put $10,000 in, and let's say we're making 3% per month, right? So what is that, like $300? Your subscription fee is going to be a lot less than that. So you would be able to pull out, say, $300 minus the subscription fees, and still have your original $10,000 in there and continue trading, right? So it's a good way to kind of supplement your income. And nowadays, like, who doesn't need that, right? Everything's costing more. People aren't earning more money. If you got the money to invest, it might be something to consider doing. So I think that's pretty much it. But just to keep this process kind of uniform, let's go through and do the week review, right? So how did we do? We started the week with $583 and 133% profit. We ended the week with $583 and 133% profit, which means we made no gains, 0% profits for the week. We've got 10 trades still open that's been open more than a week, and it's pretty likely that they'll be open for a little bit longer because the price is way down and headed towards the first stop loss. But maybe, like I said, maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get some retracement. Maybe this downtrend is about to end, and now we're at a point where we're going to start seeing an uptrend, right? So who knows? Maybe this next week will be the week that we get out of this mess and we try not to get back in this mess. But that's all I've got for now. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.